everybody, welcome back to Nerdy Over 30. My name is Jonathan, aka Worm, and here with me today, you may know him. He is a game hunter, a collector, and a content creator. You may know him as Mr. Wright Way. What's up? How's it going?
Hey, guess what? First came on, had to have my Dr. Pepper, man. Everybody know I love me some Dr. Pepper, man.
Oh, that's
How
how it
y'all
is.
doing? What's up?
That's how it is on here. I always have my Pepsi.
That's good. You know what? Speaking of that, mixing Pepsi and Dr. Pepper is really good.
Actually,
Have you tried that?
I've never tried that. I got to try that. I would have never thought that was a good mix.
Do you have a 7-Eleven next to you?
Well,
Do you have
sorry.
a seven, oh, do you have a 7-Eleven next to you?
I do have a 7-Eleven next to me.
Man, go there because like you get that big gulp for like 79 to like $1 or something, and I make sure I test it, and then I put a little Dr. Pepper and put a little Pepsi, shake it up, and like, oh, it's so good.
I actually remember when I used to go to like McDonald's as a kid, and I would just put every drink in the cup.
Oh yeah, what did you say, like a suicide drink or some craziness? What a weird name for a soda, right? I used to do that. I think all kids used to do that. I used to do that a lot too. So I got soda and I got water here. So like I'm like a brand whore, whatever. I love Starbucks. Look at I'm like look at PlayStation hat, just man, I don't know. I'm just like that. How many people out there are like that? Are y'all like that? Y'all like brands like I love brands and stuff?
I mean, if they're watching this content, they're definitely consumers, I'm sure.
Yeah. So what's going on, man?
Not much, man. So for those who don't know, would you like to give a brief synopsis about who you are, if anybody out there doesn't know who you are?
Okay, I am a retired Navy veteran. I just started during the COVID era, I guess. I became one of those COVID curators. I like to do stuff around video games, just PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, covered all like anything. I like to go find video games. I like to teach people how to like build a video game collection pretty cheap, show you deals, show you what to get, show you my passions and stuff like that. That's what I do. I'm just like a video game, I'm not a retro channel or nothing like that. I like video games. I just talk about video games and go look for video games.
Yeah, man. Oddly enough, actually, during COVID, when COVID started, I was
Mm-hmm.
home bored and I started watching a lot more YouTube than I usually do. And that's how I stumbled across a bunch of like retro gaming channels and gaming
Oh, nice,
channels.
nice.
And you were one of the channels I started to watch.
Appreciate it, man.
So,
Appreciate it.
so that's how I got into that. And then I went down the crazy rabbit hole of retro gaming and all those creators and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I never wanted to like consider myself retro.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I never named my channel a
Mm-hmm.
retro channel. I no offense to anybody who does it. It
Oh
just
yeah,
seems
yeah.
to be a brand that I like to talk a lot about just everything. Just
Mm-hmm.
the newest video I'm about to bring out, and it's probably be out after when this has come out or before, whatever. I'm talking about PlayStation 4 now. I'm starting to get some new PlayStation 4 games. Like I just went and got these games. I never seen this one. This Arslan, the Warriors of Legend. And
I've never seen that one.
never seen that one too. And like this blue reflection right now is starting to go up in value. I looked on Amazon, I was gonna buy it from Amazon, and it's like off, and people trying to like charge $50-$60 for it. And I'm looking at GameStop, and now GameStop it's like $30 used, and that's crazy. But the first game in Blue Reflection is like a $200 game.
Dang.
It was a really good RPG. So this one is a sequel to it, and now this game is starting to like creep up. And what's so funny about games like this, and you notice all of these are RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
RPGs on the PlayStation 4 were just amazing, outstanding. And as the PlayStation 4 gets older, a lot of people gonna start looking for those RPGs because they're not on like the Xbox 360. Now this is on the 360, but a lot of people would like to play the PlayStation 4 version, and that's where you might want to get it. I say start collecting PS4 now too. And that's why I always try to do a little bit of what I do with my channel. Like, hey, I see something I like, I think, oh wow, I look at it like not just for an investment thing, which if you want to do that's your business, but I always try to say get stuff before it goes up. Yeah, have a big backlog, but you'll have that physical game. So you want to pay
Mm-hmm.
like $200 later on some stuff. We know games fluctuate, and it just is what it is, especially if you don't buy when it comes out. And you can't buy everything that comes out, but if you can get something for a good deal, then you can put it in your collection. That's what I like talking about.
Yeah, and oddly enough, when I started watching a lot of your guys' channels, that's what really drew me to it. I'm like, wow, you can still go out and find a lot of these games and not
Hmm.
pay an arm and a leg.
Hmm.
Because I made the mistake of when I was younger and I was kind of growing out of games, and I went through that little phase where I grew out of all that stuff.
Yep.
Then I sold all my N64, all my PlayStation 2 for dirt cheap. I had all CIB box games, just didn't know. I think the game store was eyes lit. We're like, oh, this kid has no clue. And now I'm trying to get back my childhood. And
I think all of
it's
us
hard.
went through that, man. I think we all went through that. And when I see now, like, dang, that game is what? I remember when when I first really got started, like really collecting. I've been collecting my whole life, but when I
Mhm.
got here to Texas like 5 years ago, I really started to like, oh, this is a thing you can actually collect. I had like CIB boxes like Snatcher and like Harvest Moon on Super Nintendo, Chrono Trigger, like just and it's like, wow, I go back and look at some of my old photos, like I had that. I wish I still kind of had some of it, but I really enjoyed the hunt of it more than the collecting part. I can anybody can like buy games and fill it up, but that whole like trying to go out and finding it's a challenge. And it's
Mhm.
almost like Christmas every day. when you go out and say, "Oh, I didn't know this was here," or you go to like a Goodwill pawn shop and you see uh a $100 game for like $2 or something, or you see a Mario game for $800. Just you never know what you're gonna see out there and filming it and going out there and enjoying it. It's so fun. It's so therapeutic too.
Yeah, I mean, I think for anybody who is a collector, they all feel this way. It's always the hunt that is the best part, like what you
Mhm.
said, the going out, finding it, and then once you get it and put it on the shelf, it's kind of like, all right, that's cool. All right, let's go to the next thing because now you got it. So
Yep.
that's all the joy is finding it.
Yeah. The joy is finding it. I love going out finding it. I love it. There's just so many things to collect and to get and just but a lot I do keep a lot of my some of my things, like a lot of my PlayStation stuff. I love that. I'm
Mhm.
looking at like my Mega Man collection, Mario collection, uh this PlayStation collection. I'm looking at right here and like buying things like this little Sonic from outside at GameStop.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool. Or even things like this right here, having this is probably the thing I had the longest, this Pocket Station. I
Oh, that's
had
pretty
this
cool.
I had this since 1998, 9. Yeah, I got this in Japan. So I've
That's
been
awesome.
had this for years. And it's the Pocket Station is like VMU, but it's a memory card for the PlayStation 1. You can play like little games on here and different stuff. Street Fighter 03 works with it. It doesn't the battery doesn't last long, but it's pretty cool product. I want another one in box, but that one I will always just keep because it remind me when I was in the military, and that was just so amazing.
So when you were in the military, you were stationed in Japan?
Yeah, in Yokosuka. I was in Yokosuka, Japan. So that was like about I can get on a train and get to Tokyo in 2 hours, or I can get to like Akihabara where all the video games are
Yeah,
made.
yeah.
And I can get there by like I think 45 minutes. I think it was like 45 minutes. Yeah, but that's the only reason when they say when you want to overseas, I want to go to Japan. Why? Because of video games. They just looked at me like because of video games. Like, yeah, because video games. That's what they. I said that's what they make them. It. I want to be there, and oh, it was so good. Oh, I
Yeah,
missed
man, I can only imagine. That's one of my dream places to go is Japan, and you got to go there on Uncle Sam's dollar, which is nice.
Yeah, man. I was there what 3.5 years until I got hurt. Yeah, I was 3.5 years, and it was I miss it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you were able to get a lot of good things.
Oh, I did, man. I just didn't realize how good it was back then.
Hmm.
Just I just imagine if I just kept everything I had back then. 'Cause I was just getting seeing all kind of games, and seeing Dragon Ball Z before it got over here, and it was like, what's all this? It
Hmm.
was craziness. It was great.
Yeah, that's how I felt with my N64 stuff. I had like the gold cartridge Majora's
Mhm,
Mask, the gold cartridge Ocarina of Time with the
mhm.
boxes mint, and I kick myself every day for some.
Man, it's good, man.
But so how did the YouTube thing all start? I know you said it started during COVID, but when did you say, "Hey, I'm gonna take my camera with me while I'm going hunting"?
Ooh, oh, So I had a YouTube channel way before this,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to do like just reviews on like photography stuff
Mm-hmm.
because I was a wedding photographer, and I still love photography. So I took all those skills and brought it to what I do now. And I just let it just sit dormant for a while. I built that up to like 3,000, like 3,500 people. And I think no, yeah, about 35, yeah, about 3,500 people. And then at the start of COVID, I just said, I'm gonna start taking it serious. So I started researching, started going out, looking what other people's doing, going video games. I saw that was kind of popular, get my foot in the door and see what I need to do, right? And start taking my like iPhone with me and start recording stuff because I know how to record, edit, and all that kind of stuff. And just start going places and start putting it out there. First, I didn't want to put too much because I knew as soon as I put it out, competition in my area, and lo and behold, it happened. But still, um, I still got tricks and I still got places where I need to go. But besides that, I put that out there. I started putting editing and doing all that kind of stuff. And then when it's really got serious, my wife was talking about like, you should just keep doing it because I used to make fun of YouTube. Like nobody want to see nobody doing
Mm-hmm.
this, doing that. And talked to a couple people, and like, yeah, it actually kind of worked out. And I thank God, it was just put effort into it and constantly putting like I used to do like a video a week, and then I started doing like 2 videos a week, and that was great. Then I started working on my titles and my thumbnails, getting those better. I couldn't do a thumbnail to save my life. Go back and look I need to go back and do my old thumbnails. That's what I'm processing doing, but coming up with titles, coming up with to talk about, because I got this whole list of looking right here of videos. Let me find, yeah, YouTube ideas. I have like, God, I got 40 videos that I could make.
Wow.
40 videos. That's why I like how much I love video games. Also, I just don't do video game hunts. I do all kind of different things and talk about, as you can see now, my channel is a progressing. I'm doing a lot of different stuff. Like today, we record this video. Uh, I had a video talking about PlayStation 3 games that you need to get in 2022. And it's doing really good video, just learning different stuff. Like people tell you like, oh man, your voice too low or this is too high, learning stuff like that. It's a ever growing process because I look at my video when I started, I'm like, oh, even like videos like 2 months ago, I'm like, ugh, you constantly get better. Like somebody asked, what's my favorite video? I'll say always my next one. I always try to get 1% better every single time. And then my whole thing is I like to service you guys. I like to make videos what you like what you watch. It ain't never about me. I try not to like always about me or I spent this much, and that's all cool, but I want to relate to you guys. I want to show you, hey, you can do this too. I just I just care about, the gaming community in a whole. Yeah, it's a little toxic, and some people are a little just egotistical, and some folks can just make it all about them. But besides all that, I think it's the coolest thing you can do, the coolest hobby. It's just so cool when you see these works of art. You can go and like, hey, this right here, or pick out like a cool video game, a cool toy that you found, or meet somebody like, hey, yeah, I like collecting this too, man. You like this? Yeah, let's trade or let's talk about this stuff. It just getting, I love all that.
Yeah, man. Listen, there's going to be toxic people in I've come from a lot of different subcultures, and
Mhm.
there's always toxic people in every community, and you just kind of got to just shrug it off and keep going.
You
But
do.
I think the best thing that I've seen is from the gaming community. The best people doing this podcast. This is
Mhm.
episode 30 right now.
Look at you, 30 and 30, huh? We like
Yeah,
ESPN,
yeah.
huh?
But all the most fun I've had and the people that I keep in contact with are always people from the gaming community. I think we've done more episodes on gamer and YouTubers and professional gamers than we have anything else, and that community has always been the nicest.
That's good, man. That's really good. Yeah, you never really meet nobody rude in public. I mean, yeah, in
Mhm.
person. All the time you meet them is like on social media where they can hide and say stupid stuff, and because they feeling bad. This thing I learned: hurt people will hurt people. You find somebody who's hurting somebody inside of them, they are hurt. You gotta show them love, man. And it's hard, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you want to like fire back, and I've done my share of firing back and roasting some people. But now as I get like even older, I just had a birthday, my 44th, and I didn't even know I was 44. I thought I was 42. I don't even act and feel it. But anyway, long story short, man, is hate, sending hate, it don't work. Sending more love. There's so many people out here dealing with like mental illness, mental health issues. And I see it, man. I see it all the time, every day on Facebook, especially. I mean, I don't even use Facebook that much no more. I just get on, get off, try to find some on marketplace. I don't like dealing with this stuff. Like this is my zen, this room. You look at it. That's why I chose blue. This blue is so like peaceful to me, you know. I love like just I just come in here and sit in here and just turn this blue light on and not have anything playing and just be like, all right, I'm good, you know, just relax. Turn on some light some candles, man, play a game or something. Got my Dr. Pepper, you know. I'm just sitting here just chilling, man.
No, man. I mean, I agree. I mean, that's the whole point of us making YouTube videos or a podcast or even just talking to people about gaming and things that they like. It's to relax them and get them away from all those stresses and things going on. So that's, you know, there shouldn't be all that any toxic stuff because this is all about having fun and helping each other and getting away from reality for a little while.
Yeah. I mean, just some people it just I don't know. I just whatever.
Yeah, man. Listen, I come from I come from a big Star Wars costuming club.
Yeah. Now Star Wars fans are passionate
Yeah. I come from
and loyal.
I come from the group the 501st. If you ever been to a convention and seen those people that dress up like stormtroopers and stuff like that.
Aren't they originated from Arkansas?
They have we have garrisons in every state, every country.
Okay.
So like I'm part of the New York garrison.
Okay, I know. I saw one in Arkansas. I'm from Arkansas, and I know I saw the division of Arkansas. They was always cool. I just like
Yeah. But
I like Star Wars, but I don't like Star Wars.
Oh yeah. But in that group, always a lot of toxic people, things going on, and like I always tell people, don't you know we dress up like plastic spacemen on the weekend? It's not that serious, guys. You guys are freaking out over nothing.
Man, yeah, I know, right? Look at wrestling fans, man. These wrestling fans are even more toxic.
Oh yeah. So besides video games, that's a good turn of conversation. What other things are you into? Wrestling?
Oh, wrestling. Man, I need to stop. I like started collecting like toys now, or like good toys. I don't have them in front of me, right? But they're in the living room by my arcade. But like high end, not high end toys.
Like Hot Toys?
No, not those expensive. No, but like the NECA Turtles, like NECA.
Oh yeah, those are awesome, man.
All the line, the cartoon, great, yeah. The movie line, stuff like that. I really like those. Starting to get to the Super 7 Thundercats. I'm starting to collect some of those. Super 7 is some really cool SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z. I got some over there. I like the Amiibos, like the World of Nintendo, Bowser I got over there. I found it's so amazing. It's nice. This thing right here are these pin sets. You know, I started like collecting Super Anniversary. Oh, there you go. I knew it was gonna fall like that. All right, here we go. Do it like this, so it won't. There we go. Like the Mario 35th anniversary pin set. That's awesome. That you can order off Nintendo. Did you ever see that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Did you ever know they had that? Yeah, and then they had the second set. And see, I got more pins in here. Look at that. Look at all these pins, man.
You see, pins I try and stay away from because I know that's something that I can get.
Really look at this old PlayStation pin.
Oh, that's awesome. That would look nice on a jacket.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like, what do I need to do with it, man? Because they're sitting here collecting dust, and I don't know where to put them in. You know, I want to like get some. I don't know if I want to wear a jacket or I don't know a book bag. I love book bags.
A book bag would be a good one. That's usually what I see. People make like a vest or jacket or like a book bag.
It's like a 30th anniversary one.
Oh, that one's awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah, it's just little stuff like that, bro. I like stuff like knickknacks that you call them. I get that from my grandma. I got drinking coffee and collecting stuff from my grandma. And she was like, "Oh, why she like such a pack rat?" Now look at me like, "Oh, that's why."
I get you.
Okay, I got that from her.
Sadly,
like Nintendo World Cup. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So,
oh no,
this Nintendo World Cup. I wanted to right here to keep like my pens and stuff in.
That's awesome.
Like, I don't want to drink out of it because I feel if I drink out of it, it's gonna stain it and it's gonna mess it up. And so I just keep it here to hold pens in.
I got a couple cups like that have pens in it.
Man, it's so awesome. Try to keep my desk like as minimal as possible, but you know, I guess it's like minimalistic. because there's so much stuff. But it is
No,
what it is.
I think when you have a game room, it's cool to have the toys to accent like on the shelves with the games. And if you have like Ninja Turtle shelf and you put Ninja Turtle toys with it, I think that definitely puts the whole room together. Sadly,
Start collecting like magazines too, old magazines like Game Pro.
Mhm.
This one. My favorite one is. Well, I'll show you one I had since forever. That's my favorite one. Let me get this. I'm sorry. Here you go. This is my actual one last Game Pro magazine I ever had right here. About the Big Bang. It had like let's see, the PlayStation 1, the Saturn, the Jaguar, the Ultra 64. You see, look at that, the Ultra
Wow.
64, Mortal Kombat 3, Panasonic. Look at that, man. All this stuff right. I had this when it first came, June 95. Golly. Oh my gosh, 95. Dang. And then this one, most of my rebought, but this one I rebought. This is one of my favorite ones right here too.
Oh, that's an awesome cover.
Yeah, I love Game. I think Game Pro and Nintendo Power were my two magazines. Game Pro, Nintendo Power, and do you remember PlayStation magazine, the PSN magazine?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That one was cool because they would send you like in the magazine in the middle, it would be this PlayStation Circle sticker where you take the sticker off and put it on the lid of your PlayStation. Do you remember that?
I remember a bunch of my frids had those stickers on
Yeah, that's where it
their
came from, that
PlayStation.
magazine.
But I never knew
Yeah,
where they came
and now
from.
you like, I see some PlayStation ones with a big old sticker. I said, oh, I know where that came from. I know exactly where it came from. Because that magazine was just like, it was like a rebel, unofficial PlayStation magazine. And it was so good. It was so good back in the day. But now we got the internet.
Yeah, I started collecting some Nintendo Powers, and I'm like, oh, here goes another rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, you can see behind me, I got this side right here. You see right here is like the first one, Mario one.
That's awesome.
And then like the bottom right here is like Sunshine. Like all the Mario ones are like right here, like 1, 2, and then like Mario World, and then the last one, like there you can see over the Switch kiosk, and then like that one right there is the Sunshine. So like all the Mario ones are like.
Yeah, I just got the Mario World one that you have over your Switch kiosk. I've been looking for one for a decent price, but it's hard to find it for a decent price, even jacked up.
And that one's jacked up. Mario 2 is so jacked up. It's so jacked. You said the Mario World is jacked. Is going for expensive?
Not really. I got that one recently. It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
I actually got it off Whatnot. I think somebody was doing like a whole stream of just
Nintendo Power magazine.
But I think I got it for $20. It wasn't too bad.
Nice. I love, like I said, Nintendo Power. I go back and look at them ones. Some of these have some good posters. I want to tear them out, but I'm like,
I know that's the one. Yeah.
Wall, and I don't want to like, because when you take the magazines out, you gotta like cut it out. You know, you can't just pull it out. You know, you gotta bend it all the way in the middle and then like barely cut it so it can be even and nice. Oh yeah, you know.
I just won't bother, and I'll just leave them in there forever and just pretend of taking them out.
Yeah, it has some good posters in there. Really good posters.
Yeah, I just actually went to, there's a game store that I didn't know existed in the city that I went to today and did a little filming to do some shorts for YouTube. It's called 8-Bit and Up, but I brought like 2 extra copies of Super Mario 3 for NES, and I did some trades. I got a copy of Metroid.
Nice.
And what was the other thing I traded for? Oh yeah, I got a copy of Friday the 13th.
Oh, I hate that game. I don't hate it, but it was like renting it. Then when it turned night, or you go to the, and then here come Jason. You know, you get the wrong way, and he just like quit. You can't even get. I never beat him on there. I don't know how you beat him on there.
No, I don't think anybody I know has beaten that game. It's just one of those games now that I want this one, and then I want Nightmare on Elm Street just for the shelf.
Yeah,
at this point,
it's a cool cover. I remember that cover so well. Like going into Blockbuster, like those the Nintendo covers.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are so iconic. I would love to have like a full Nintendo like set, but like box set, like every game, just and then have a wall facing it out where you can like spin it around and look at both sides.
Mm.
That'd be so cool because got so many ways to play every game, but the box art is so nice.
Yeah, the box art on the NES stuff, especially since it's full box art. It doesn't say I have like half what Nintendo, like the Super Nintendo boxes do. It's like just
Mhm.
the full box. So it definitely the Super Mario 3 box, that yellow box with Mario on it, that it's such an iconic box.
Yeah, like oh, I'm gonna drop it. Oh, don't drop it. I'm trying to get this game right here out. Like speaking of like Super Nintendo, like I got some things like yeah, like Battletoads.
Nice. That's a good
Like
one. That's a great
Battletoads, like this is a lot of people don't like this game because they can't beat it. I beat it, so now it don't have to come out. But I just absolutely love this game. Like I ain't even on Super Nintendo, like
Mhm.
Battletoads, Battle Maniacs, and you can talk about like how they just switched from like landscape to like
Mhm.
widescreen, I guess whatever you want to call it. I think both of them are great. I think both they utilize the Super Nintendo box art. And like I said, this is like full, yeah, but then it had like it cut off right there on the Super
Mhm.
Nintendo because it had to like license and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So I can see what you're talking about in there because you didn't get full like
Mhm.
this right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And
There's something about that full art when you have it on the shelf, just looks so nice.
it does, man. Like this game is
Mhm.
so good and so hard. And this one is great. I love this one because the soundtrack on this one is so freaking amazing.
I just got Goonies CIB, Goonies 2 CIB.
Oh, Goonies 2. Man, playing so much of that. Goonies 2. Whew. Man, that was good. And I ain't know nothing about that. I ain't even seen the movie before that.
Wow,
So,
really?
I never seen the movie before I played that game. I seen it now, like, hey, you guys, all that kind of, I gotta go back and look again. But I probably seen Goonies twice in my life. I need to go back and look at it again.
Oh yeah, definitely got to watch that again.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
I kind of wish they made two the game into a actual movie.
but the two is actually a pretty good platforming game.
Mhm.
It's just a lot of stuff on there. I guess once you just it's the game of the time the game released, it was just when you played it, like, oh yeah, this game was great. I did because I was like, what's new? What's new? Every week I want to know what's new. You go in Blockbuster or
Mhm.
your local mom and pop rental store, they say, hey, new release, and they had this game out here, and like, oh, I need to get that. And then remember when Mario 3 came out? Do you remember when Mario 3 came out?
I vaguely remember. I am 33. I vaguely
Oh,
remember when
okay.
that came out.
So I'm 40. Yes, I'm 44. I mean, yeah, 44. But now I remember when I met my age. But I remember when Mario 3 came out, man. It was a monster. I'm talking
Mhm.
about like, oh my goodness. Mario 3 came out, it was just craziness. It's like Mario 2 was craziness. You couldn't find Mario 2 and Mario 3. I remember trying to get Mario 2 for like Christmas, couldn't find it. You couldn't
Yeah,
find
it
Mario
was
2, you
one of
couldn't
those
find
games.
Mario 3. And man, Mario 2, Mario 3 came out like within like I think 9 months. I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the thing that really, I mean, of course, Mario 3 was gonna sell no matter what.
Oh yes.
Anyway, but the movie The Wizard
Yeah.
definitely helped push that. That pretty much was a just a Nintendo ad. That whole movie.
It was. It was. That's why everybody wanted the Power Glove.
Yeah. Because I mean, basically, without that movie, the Power Glove would have done nothing.
Speaking of that, have you ever played the U Force?
No, I have not played that. I actually just acquired a Power Glove
Did you?
with the sensor bar and everything.
Did it
I
work?
think, yeah, it works. It was, I think, I had it, and it even had some. I didn't get the manual. I got some of the inserts, no
Mhm.
box, for like $80. It was a
That's
great
good,
pickup. Yeah, it
man.
was a great
Because
pickup.
it works a little bit. It works.
Hmm.
The Power Glove do work. I saw somebody on one of these YouTube channels a long time ago. They had like put like the Power Glove with like the Wii sensor stuff inside of it.
Oh,
And
that's interesting.
I was like, what? Yeah, it was. I wish that was nice. But they brought the Power Glove back out. Oh, that'd be so nice.
I've honestly was been thinking about them. Like, why have they never decided to do that for like Switch or like do like how they're doing all the controllers, like all the retro controllers for a Switch, like the N64 controller. Like, how cool would that be if
Somebody
they
got that
said,
like somebody got that license or that technology patent.
mhm,
Somebody and
yeah,
somebody released it.
because if they did that, they would
You think they
make a
killed with
killing.
that?
I
You
think
think
they would
so?
kill it with that. Just because it's just such a nostalgic thing at this point. And then if they actually made it better, that I think that would be amazing.
That would be nice. Just thinking of it, like you can work, yeah, like say you work with the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would
like for
be
me,
nice.
like I mean, again, I never played it that much, but I always have that image in my head as a kid of the Power Glove. So it was just one of those things that I always wanted to have.
Did you know it was two versions of the Power Glove?
I knew that after I started looking to buy one.
Yeah, it was an adult version and a kids version.
Mm-hmm.
That one up there is, I think, is a kids version.
Yeah, I
But
doesn't the kids version actually say Power Glove, and then the adult version says PAX or something, PAX on it.
no, no, no. I think it's. I don't know. I know one of this is just small size. One of this is a small size, and one is a big size.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like I put it in my like, hold on. I know my hand. I know I got a big hand, but I'm like, hold on. And I look like I researched. Say it's two sizes of a Power Glove.
I didn't know that.
Never knew that until you get one. And like what? You know. So that was weird. I mean, it was a weird time for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and then that's how they previewed Super Mario 3 was in the Wizard. That's the first time anybody saw the footage of Super Mario 3. So that hyped people up.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, man. So I also know that your wife is also a YouTuber, correct? Right?
Yep. Zap Crystal. You just look her up. She does a lot of good stuff. She lost a lot. She does better than me. Her streaming. Her streaming is really good. I can't stream like that and entertain. I can't. I probably could, but I just don't want to. I don't want to sit there and
Oh,
I want to play a game and play. I'll play it and talk over it after, but like doing it right now, I just can't do that. She does a really good job.
I think I tried the streaming one time and I was like, nah, I don't think I'm good with that. I rather.
You got to be, man. She already speak two languages, so she already smarter than me, so she can do that really good. I
Well,
can't do that.
that's cool that you can like it's something that you guys can share and you both like gaming, and that's my my,
That's nice.
my fiance loves she likes games
Mhm.
to a certain extent. Then there's sometimes where she's like, all right, too
I'm
much.
tired, huh?
Yeah,
Living
yeah,
on.
yeah, 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 too much games.
Yeah, I can get like that sometimes too. You know, I really like collect and then just like get in a mode. I play games for like weeks straight and stuff. Other times I'm like making videos, trying to film stuff, and just that's really and going out trying to. Yeah, that's mainly what I do. People are like,
Mhm.
you got a lot of time to play games? Yeah, I got a lot of time. It just I choose to do other stuff with my time, like making videos, making content, just trying to really push this stuff out.
Oh no, man, I'm with you. Like, I mean, I think I just do more collecting at this point. There's some games that I have backlogged sitting there, not even open, that I haven't even played. You just buy them. You're like, well, okay, I'll get to that at some point.
Yeah, you will. Or
But
maybe.
but with the whole YouTube thing, it takes up so much time, man. It's I'm
It's a
like always like,
job,
oh,
man.
I'm gonna go film, I'm gonna go this, I'm gonna do that, and then you never have time to play games like you want to play games.
It's such a job. I love it, man. It's just like, oh man, you know.
It definitely gets addicting, especially when it's just like I wish I would have started during COVID. See, I just got into watching a lot of YouTube during COVID,
Mhm.
and I played a lot of video games during COVID. It wasn't until after COVID I decided to do the YouTube thing, but
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to do anything. I just kind of taught myself, and yeah, it's definitely a cool little trade. And the more you get better at it, the more you're like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this.
I got like, let me see. Tomorrow I'm probably editing. Let me see, one, two, three. Yeah, probably try to edit three. I got like 5 videos ready in the queue to go. I just got to edit them, and that takes a while. Just like which one I want to put out next. It's YouTube is not really crowded. It just you gotta step your game up because there's so many things people doing, and it gets so if you wasn't in it on the ground floor doing it for years, like some people in this hobby been doing it for like, 12,
Hmm.
15 years, and just barely starting to do stuff. YouTube really kind of just exploded in the last 5 years, with content creators. And people think it's like it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it is hard. Some days I don't even want to make content, but you gotta
Hmm.
gotta do it. That's why I say I couldn't my head go out to people who do daily content because you gotta be so disciplined and just do it. I probably can do it, but then it's like, oh, just mm-mm.
I mean, I wish I could with. I mean, I work for FedEx, so I'm working from like 12 to like 9 at night. So
Mhm.
then I come home and I'm editing and doing. So it's hard to do content every day. I wish I could do content every day. And I also didn't realize, I was naive. I'm starting YouTube. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll try and do something every day. No, I didn't
Mhm.
realize editing stuff takes time. Then you become your own worst enemy.
Yeah,
You're like, all right, I don't, want to make this perfect. And then at some point, you just got to let go and go, it's okay, or else you'll be editing something for hours.
man, just yeah, you gotta find the time. I work better at night. Like
That's how I am. That's
I
exactly how I
wake
am.
up like at 12 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, let me
Mhm.
get my coffee, get some breakfast, and then I'll just be here, just doing stuff, at the computer
Yeah,
and working.
it was
And
it was funny before we started the podcast, and you said, "Are my other guys sleeping?" They are early birds, so I'm
Mhm.
the one who always does a lot of editing at night, and then I'm messaging them, and then no one answers me till the morning and stuff. So, so it
I
always,
know how that is, man. Like, oh, everybody up, everybody should be up. I'm up. What's going on?
and
It's
then
2 o'clock. I'm like, why are they not up?
yeah, and then
They're normal. That's why.
they all have to wake up early for work. They're like, I'm sleeping. I'm like, yeah, but I had this idea I wanted to run by.
Hey, did you get a Steam Deck?
No, man, I wish I can get my hands on a Steam Deck.
I put in like for trying to get one. My friend had one. I saw his, and he had a Switch, he had Wii U, he had a PS2, like Game Boy Advance, all that stuff on there. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get me one.
Yeah, I feel like if I got that, I wouldn't play my Switch.
You think so?
I feel like I wouldn't, just because. I mean, I feel like honestly, I probably wouldn't touch much. Like even my because I would just have everything right there. I wouldn't even have to turn on my PS5.
That's crazy that you can just run a Switch on it right now. Show you how low power the Switch is. And man, compared to everything else.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
I,
just I think Nintendo gets away with it because of their content and their characters.
mhm.
So no one cares really about the graphics as much as long as they have
No.
good stories.
But just think, I saw this thing on Twitter, like Mario and his like Unreal Engine 5 demo, and he was like just really evil and just doing stuff. But it was
Oh yeah, I saw that yesterday.
You saw that? It was crazy, wasn't it? Like he was burning down Goombas and burning down Yoshi, and like it was just like it was dope though. It was like,
I
wow,
can't lie, I kind of wanted to play it. He started throwing the fireballs. He's burning down the
yeah. Poor Yoshi got burnt up. It's like, oh wow. Just think you can have a Mario game like that. I would love to see a Mario game where Mario just go totally like evil. Like I don't know if you're in Dragon Ball Z, but like they had like this arc with Goku Black and
Uh,
like, are you in Dragon Ball Z?
I'm so one of my other the other guy on the podcast, his name's David. He's the big Dragon Ball Z fan, so I
Okay,
do
so he'll
know of
probably
this
see this
arc.
because you know
Yes.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, but they had this evil Goku basically.
Mhm.
And the whole story was really just convoluted till they got to the end and showed how Goku became evil. And it was like, oh man, that was really dope. But if they made like a evil Mario game, like where Mario was like really evil, then Bowser had to like, take him out or something like that, that would be just that would be crazy, Because you think about it, they made Mario like this super, like just he can do all this stuff. Just thinking you had to go against that.
I actually that's a great idea for a game. I would definitely play that.
Like evil Mario or something like this. So Mario happened, you gotta, or Mario been like, not even like they danced around it with like Sunshine,
Hmm.
and then they danced around it with Super Princess Peach, where Peach had to go save Mario. Have you played that one?
I have not played that one.
Do
Super
you, have
Princess
you,
Peach. I've heard of
have
that
you
one. Yeah.
heard of? It's really okay. It's fun, but it's so. I don't think it will be released today because they got Peach, right, where some of her weapons is her emotions. You
Okay.
can see how like
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
she's cried, she can cry, she can like, it's like, really, you looking at a woman's emotions as her powers and stuff, like, okay, I can see why that didn't sell too well,
Hmm.
but it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game. It's just like, oh yeah, I don't think I should have went there with it, but you know, it's a pretty good game, and it's like a $40-$50 game. Super Princess Peach on the Nintendo DS, fun game.
Yeah, check that one out. I see
Yeah,
you
you
got
got.
Soul Calibur playing in the back. So what fighting games are your favorite fighting games?
Oh man, I am a Street Fighter through and through. Love Street Fighter. My favorite is Street Fighter Zero or Street Fighter Alpha 3. I'll say 03 because I've been playing so much with Alpha Zero. I just got a candy cab, so I play a lot of 03.
Nice.
Street Fighter, Tekken. Street Fighter Cross Tekken was, I love the game. I said, oh, found my two favorite fighting games going against each other. Like I said, I love Soul Calibur, and that's Soul Calibur 2 on the PS3. That's the HD version. What other fighting games? Blaze Blue, I love.
Blaze Blue is awesome. I have that on my
Blaze
Switch.
Blue is a great series. The new one, this if you haven't played on PS4, Grand Blue versus Grand Blue Fantasy. I can't even think about it. But it's in that art system, art type of deal. Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Of course.
Oh, it's so good. It's so freaking good. It's so good.
So I love that game, but I can't get good at it. I always get annihilated. I'm a Street Fighter person, but for some reason, Street Fighter Z, I can't. I'm a Smash and Street Fighter person. I can't figure that game out. I get annihilated all the time. I grew up in like the Smash like competitive scene and melee scene, so kind of hold a hold a place in my heart.
I always mess with like ain't no fighting game. I can't play Smash. I tell you that right now. I haven't sat down and learned how to play Smash. It just kind of throws my brain off. I mean, use of combos and all the. Oh, speaking of combos, Killer Instinct.
Yes.
Killer Instinct is so freaking sad. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. It's so satisfying, right? Because when you playing it and you get into a combo and you get an ultra combo if you get a combo that tied into like an ultra combo at the end, I mean, you feel your goosebumps and it goes. That's the best fighting game on the 360. I mean, on the Xbox, which is probably not really known for fighters. But I think it's like the only game. I mean, you can't play nowhere else. So Killer Instinct. Oh, they redid the Killer Instinct is so good. The music, Killer Instinct, the combos. I mean, it's a really good fight, and it can teach you how to play fighting games.
I feel like it's a very underrated game that more people should play. Killer Instinct. And everybody always forgets about it.
Yeah, a lot of people do forget about it. What else is some good fighting games?
I miss the Bloody Roar franchise.
Yes, Bloody Roar. Mortal Kombat 9 when they started. That's probably the pinnacle. But Mortal Kombat Ultimate 11 Ultimate.
Yeah, they've been killing it with those.
Yeah, the storylines of Mortal Kombat have been really good. Like 9, then they went back and redid Mortal Kombat 1. The story, and if you go back and play it, it's so good. I got it on my Vita. It's so good. I mean, these games there's so many fighting games I can't even think about right now.
That's actually what got me back into Mortal Kombat was when they 9 and then they redid the arc and stuff like that. That's what got me playing Mortal Kombat again. Yeah,
it's the storyline on that was so good, man. And then like number 11, Mortal Kombat 11, like all the kids came in and they redoing all that stuff. It was good. It was really good.
They definitely did a great job with that. I definitely enjoy Cassie Cage as a character.
She's good, isn't she? She got like a little bit of her dad and a little bit of Sonya,
Yeah, they definitely got a job mixing those. How do you feel about Street Fighter 6 so far?
I can't wait.
I can't wait. The gameplay looks awesome.
Like they mixing so much good stuff. Like they woke up like, oh, we used to be the king of fighting games. But I love Street Fighter. My favorite Street Fighter is Street Fighter Third Strike. Everybody loves
Third Strike. Yeah, that's the
people did not like Third Strike when it first came out. I was like, y'all don't understand how good this game is. And then people started getting real in depth with the game, and it was like, the game is good too.
Whenever I'm playing online, I'm playing Street Fighter Third Strike. That's usually what I play online.
Yeah, I play it pretty decent, not the best. I don't like playing online, but I want to get better. I get online and playing Street Fighter 5 and Third Strike, get my tail whooped, but I'm still getting better. So I like to go to even one day and play. Just putting my hours in. Guilty Gear, like I said, that's another good fighting franchise. It's so many good fighting game franchises. Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is a beast.
Tekken's another game I could never get good at.
Really?
Yeah. It was just too technical for me. I could never get good at it.
That's good. That's really good because it's like it shouldn't be like easy to get into games like that. You should be able to like it makes you work. Even you get in and find a cheap character, You find somebody who gonna play, they're gonna make you work. I mean, guess so many. I like using one like King. King is definitely hard to use, but because he's a wrestler, and I've been playing with King since like Tekken 1 and building on the years and years and years and years of moves that they get, and I still not as good as some of these people. I'm like, they will juggle you, catch you, like I was like, all right, I just throw the controller, forget it, I can't play.
Well,
But
yeah, well,
it's
because
better.
the bad thing with Tekken is once you get stuck in a combo, sometimes that's it. You're not getting out that
Oh
combo.
no. Them 10 hit combos and Tekken is great, but it's so that once you pull some stuff off, and you like, oh, once you get like, I know you play Tekken, but you come down at the end, and like they had this new kind of thing, like this slow motion thing. And it's, I don't know how it activates, but it's like if two people fighting, well, two people are gonna fight. People are fighting, and it's like low energy on either side, and it's like the person who's gonna hit first, and they slow it down. You had no control of it, and it speed up when you hit like, oh, like great, and like what, like it's like such an adrenaline rush. So it's some really good fighting games, man.
Yeah, I just got Street Fighter Turbo CIB for Super Nintendo. It was super
Ooh,
clean,
nice.
clean,
That's
clean
a good.
box. Yeah, super clean, clean box. I
That's a
got.
good one. It's still cheap too to get. It's like what, under 60, isn't it?
CIB
Yeah.
in box. I think I spent 90 or something like that.
Okay,
That
under
wasn't too bad.
100. I mean, yeah, be under 100. I know it wasn't super duper expensive, but
Hmm.
a lot of people don't buy those fighting. I like that. Even the Street Fighter, the original Street Fighter is really cheap too. Like right
Hmm.
now to get in box. Those games are just classic. Like when they came out on the Super Nintendo, you could play do that code where you can play against yourself, or like
Hmm.
had two people had like Ken and Ken or Ryu and Ryu or Chunk. I remember those days. Those days were so good because Street Fighter, everything on the Super Nintendo looked like arcade perfect back then,
Hmm.
right? It was just such a good system. Like the Super Nintendo and the PlayStation 2 are my favorite systems. I love those. I love those systems.
Yeah, I was just watching your video about the Turtles Cowabunga
Collection.
collection and stuff like that. Turtles in Time is I had so many fun memories as a kid with my friends playing Turtles in Time.
That's so good. It's a good game. And what's so fun, I think Turtles in Time on Super Nintendo is better than the arcade version.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah.
Because when it came out and you can really readily play it, and I got the arcade, I still got the arcade one up for Turtles in Time.
Mhm.
And I'm playing through, I'm like, I like the Super Nintendo version better.
Mhm.
It just it is.
That one definitely was one of the few games that was better than the actual arcade cabinet. Turtles Tournament Fighter, right? Was that the fighting game?
Yeah, that's a good one. It is so unbalanced. It's cheap. The game is cheap. That game is cheap. Oh my goodness, it's so cheap. I would like playing that game. I played online a couple times. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I'm winning some, then some people come in with a cheap boot and they'll overtake and like, I like, I just played it. And even the computer is cheap. Like
I've
you take
never
take
I've
Shredder and you just like, or that shark, and you just like kill folks, man.
yeah,
It's
I never
so
played that much of that game when I was a kid. It wasn't until like getting back into collecting that I
mhm.
forgot all about that game. I was like,
Yeah, a
oh
lot of
yeah,
people
they had a
have
fighting
forgot.
game.
Teenage Mutant Tournament Fighters. It just had a stupid cover. It
Mhm.
had Donatello and that shark on the cover. It's like, I mean, I like Donatello, but it's like it was just like a, hey, we need a cover real quick. All right,
Yeah, no,
here you go.
it was definitely. I mean, out of all the turtle games, I mean, all the turtle games, uh, Turtles One, Turtles Arcade, the Manhattan
Mhm.
Project, they all had such amazing covers. Turtles in Time had an amazing cover, and then they did that,
The
and I was like,
Manhattan Project, man. Oh, the Manhattan Project. That cover is dope.
mhm,
Oh, that cover is dope. I think I met the guy who did or seen a guy at one of these conventions who
mhm,
made that, or somebody know him that was selling posters. I regret that I didn't buy that poster. The Turtles 3 is a good game. It's
mhm,
hard, but it's a good game. It's a real hard game, especially try to go through it straight without any lives. And I mean, like no codes and nothing.
mhm.
That game will
Yeah,
punish you.
that's the only one I don't have. That's like the hardest one to get.
Really?
All of them, yeah, that's the one right now. That's like the most expensive is the Manhattan Project to buy.
It's worth. I mean, say worth the price, but the price is. reflective of the
Hmm.
collectability of that game, which is I understand. So iconic game, like it's people all went straight to Turtles in Time, but they forgot about that one. I think another good game on Super Nintendo. A lot of people don't. I don't know. A lot of people don't talk about, but how you play Buster's Bust Loose Tiny Toon Adventures?
You know what's funny? I always see it, and I don't think I've ever played that as a child.
Man, get that game. That game is so good. It's beautiful graphics, beautiful music, great platforming, great story. It's such a good game.
I'll
It's
definitely, yeah, I'll
such a
definitely
good game.
pick it up because I see it pop up a lot for not expensive at all. So,
It's not expensive at all. No, it's
mhm,
like a $15 to $25 game at
mhm.
most, but it's good because a lot of people just didn't. Tiny Toons Adventures was one of those cartoons that if you didn't watch it, you wouldn't get it. Like it's like
Yeah.
Animaniacs, like all that cartoons, like, especially Animaniacs. Animaniacs had a lot of stuff that went over people's head.
Oh, a lot of stuff.
And now you get an adult, you like, oh, they got away with that. Okay, all right, okay, cool, cool,
And
cool.
yeah, and so did Tiny Toons too. They had a lot of stuff that went over your head as well.
They
Yeah,
did.
man. I used to watch those a lot. Those were great shows.
The Ren and Stimpy games, well, Ren and Stimpy definitely got a lot of stuff that went over
I
people's
mean,
head.
I don't even know how that was shown to kids at all.
Oh yeah, like oh my goodness, so much of Ren and Stimpy. It was just like it's one episode. It wasn't on Nickelodeon, but it was an uncut episode where I just turned to. I said, I can't believe they're doing this. It was like, if y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all just look at your own risk. This is horrible. I mean, I couldn't believe they put in this cartoon where Ren and Stimpy, it's called log sawing or something, sawing wood or something.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Logs.
Oh, oh my! I couldn't like. What did they just do? I'm sitting there like, I can't believe they put this in a cartoon.
I mean, there's a lot of questionable things. One of the things I always remember is I think it was Stimpy. He collected his boogers, and he would have them on the bottom of the chair, and he would always show his booger collection.
Powder Toast Man was cool,
Powder
man.
Toast Man was cool, yeah.
With
I
Powder Toast Man. Oh, dude, that's funny. And they had take off and fart and fly. Oh, that was just horrible, but it was funny.
I think because it was one of the first Nickelodeon shows. I think at that point, like to them, it was just, oh, this is a cartoon. There can't be anything bad in it. So they just a lot of things just they got away with so much back then.
Oh, they got away with a lot. They can get. I don't know. They no.
I
They
mean,
probably
SpongeBob's
could.
gotten away with a lot of things. If
Yeah,
you think about
yeah,
it.
they got away with a lot. But Ren and Stimpy is another
Oh
level.
yeah, that's
If
another
y'all
level.
haven't seen Ren and Stimpy, go watch it.
Yeah,
It's on
definitely go
DVD.
watch it.
You
Ren
can
and
watch it. Just
Stimpy.
watch. And it's like they did. Yeah, they did it. They went there.
Yeah, definitely much better to watch as an adult.
Mhm. Beavis and Butthead, they did too, but they didn't really go nowhere. They didn't go there. It was just
No.
dumb,
Yeah, yeah, they're just dumb.
stuff.
I actually
It
haven't
was.
watched the new movie yet. They had that new
Oh, I
movie.
haven't either. I want to see it.
Yeah, that's on my list of things to watch.
Oh, really? I want to see it. I don't know. I just don't want to see because I don't want to ruin it for me.
I hope it won't. I mean, it seems like it has that that same spirit
Yeah.
of the original. So I'm hoping I'll check it out and see.
There's so much stuff in this, but I just laugh thinking about it now. This is like you butt munch or something like this. This is stupid stuff they would just say to each other, and just how they are fighting, and how they try to dance, and they just like. I remember one time they was just was it General or what he say, kick me in the Jimmy. It's like if they did Beavis kicked him like ooh, or Butthead kicked him in his crotch, and he like. Yes, I like it. Do it again. This time harder. He like, he turned red like we're in the Jimmy. I'm like, it
Yep.
was so funny. They just kept kicking him, kicking him. It was just hilarious.
That was definitely the humor of our youth. Because now
Oh
younger
my
people look
goodness.
at that and go, "Why did you guys think that was funny?"
Yeah, no, I can look so like Rick and Morty. People like Rick and Morty is like that. I heard.
Yeah. Well, I'm a big Rick and Morty fan, but I think because it captures that the cartoons that we used to watch when we were kids. It has that
Okay,
same
I never got
vibe.
into Rick and Morty. Is it good?
It's really good. You if you like all that stuff, you'll love Rick and
Mhm.
Morty, and it's definitely a little bit more. It has all the fart jokes,
Mhm.
but it also is very smart at the same time.
Okay.
and they have some good references that'll make you go like just real nostalgic references to things.
Okay. I'm about to go check those out. It's not Rick and Morty game, but it's a game based off of Rick and Morty. Um, Clover Saves the Universe. Have you played that?
No, I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, dude, you need to. Even it's a they got a VR mode. Excuse me, I'm just choking on my Dr Pepper. You got a PS4 game. It's PS4 limited run. Did it on Switch. It's called Trover Saves the Universe. Dude, it's so good. It's got that. It's makers of Rick and Morty, so I probably would like Rick and Morty. But it just this Trover, this guy, he had these. He's trying to save the universe, but it's things happen, and it is so dumb. And the game breaks the fourth wall all the time, and it's so amazing. It's such a good game. It's so funny. It's not a kids game. It's definitely not a kids game. I mean, it's the stuff they say. I'm like, whoa, it's hilarious. Get that. If y'all haven't played it, go get it. It's on the PS4. It's pretty cheap now because it's got a VR mode, but it's a good game.
I'm definitely gonna check that out once we get off of here because that sounds like right up my alley of games.
Check out the video that T-Pain did for it. T-Pain did a video for did a video for Trover Says Universe, and it is hilarious. It is great. I'm talking about perfect video game song. You will watch that thing 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Yeah, I had no clue.
That was good.
So one of the other things here in New York, there is no like I watch all these hunting videos from like you, other YouTubers, and I hunt New York, and there is nothing here in New York. If you go to Goodwill's here, you find nothing, and I'm always jealous of when I see people in like Midwest, Texas, Ohio, places like that, and you guys always find such amazing stuff in your Goodwills. Over here, there's like it is dry. There's nothing. I'm guessing because New York has a lot of collectors or a lot of people who know what this stuff is. But here, I would love to start making videos like that, but it's just like impossible. I actually thought of making a series where is it possible to game hunt in New York, and can we do it?
Yeah, man. Oh, Goodwill is trying to. It's part of the problem now. While Goodwill is not sending everything, it's sending everything to their websites now. Goodwill just like, oh, we ain't gonna make money. We gonna make money. Like,
yeah, the one thing I have noticed a couple times that I've gone to like Connecticut and stuff like that to Goodwills, and I have found stuff. They're starting to price things a little bit more.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how sometimes some Goodwills can like price a freaking Nintendo Wii for like $40-$50. I'm like, oh, what somebody did is they got on Amazon and said, oh, we're gonna get what Amazon get. First of all, sucker, you ain't finna get that. It ain't no box, ain't nothing like this. Because batteries corroding and stuff. When I see stuff like that, I always like, hey, who priced this? So can you tell me the reason why you priced this? And they tell me, well, okay, I definitely would like to buy this, but this is what it's really worth. Are you willing to talk about this? And somebody say no, and then I come in 3 weeks like, hey man, this is still sitting here. Are you trying to be stubborn about it? Do you want to actually sell this, or what do you want to do? And you just press them and talk to them about it. You have to be rude, but like, this is sitting there for like 5 weeks. Nobody want to buy this. And what if it don't work? But I also check every time I see we always check it. Because the game pop out, I'm taking that game and buying the game. I ain't buying the system, it's too much, because they don't know how to check those. It usually be like Wii Sports or Just Dance or Wii Fit. Not Wii Fit. Yeah, I think it's Wii Fit. That game nobody played.
Well, I mean, it's always good to take the Wii Sports if there's a Wii Sports in there.
Yeah, GameStop don't give like they used to, but some stores are starting to. I know a couple stores around here still get $15 for it. So it's a good deal. GameStop may go up on it close to Christmas, but not since Wii Sports came out on the Switch, they probably not get nothing for it no more.
Yeah, I was at a Goodwill in Connecticut over the weekend, and I saw a PlayStation 2 controller, all the plugs, had some stickers on it, but I was like, okay, $80. I'm like, no, like it just ruins it. And then you're like, this is Goodwill. How are they charging $80 for a used PlayStation 2?
Yeah, that really just like that upsets me. It just like, why? You know why? Because they want the money. You can't blame them for it. It just like, but you Goodwill. And that, like, it's like what pawn shops try to charge $40 for like Super Mario Brothers. Well, it's Mario. And I
Yeah.
like, well, Mario's not gold. Everybody get this. And I like, look, I can buy this right here. And then somebody said, well, buy it. That's all right then. Boom. Thank you. You could have had this money and I walked out. I mean, people just some people just think just because they get Mario or something, they get just, I don't know, man. It is weird.
I should definitely start doing that at Goodwill's. I never thought to do that, to kind of press them a little bit and say, hey, how come this is this much?
Yeah. You got to ask them, man. So people don't realize.
But I mean, you have found some good stuff in Goodwill's, like I've never seen any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always watch you guys' videos. I'm like, I wish I stumbled across something like that.
Yeah, this is my I ain't find this in Goodwill, but I found this sealed copy of Smash Brothers at GameStop. And like, yeah.
Wait, what GameStop did you find?
Here in Dallas, I was like just going shopping, and I got to check the video on my channel, but I was like, man, you gotta see my reaction. I'm like, this GameCube game right here, sealed. It's not the first version, but it's like the best seller.
Yeah, the bestseller.
Yeah, but still, it's still a black label.
Mm-hmm.
But look at it, $24 sealed. They
That
price all their old games is used.
is insane. I just bought that because that was one of the things I wanted to get, all the Smash games again.
Mm-hmm.
And I got that, the bestseller black label, for $70 open. So
I mean, it's not a bad price.
No, but it's
Not
crazy to
price,
even think of finding a sealed copy like that.
I was like, I probably find something else nicer again. Cause I was saying like, oh, how you find so? I just like, my mindset on it, man. It's not. Some people might find it like different, but I always like, oh, excuse me, Dr. Pepper. I always like pray, like, God, I always pray about it too. Seriously, I like, God, when I go out, help me find a good day. Help me have a good day. Let me find some amazing games. What I like, maybe some good people, and just have a good time. And just put things on a list that I want in my phone. And usually a couple months, I find a lot of that stuff, It just praying about it, putting in the work, going out, and just being right place, right time. And it happens so many times. I don't know how a lot of you guys out there about faith or not, but this works for me. That works for me. If it works, if it works for you, faith-based, you think, try it and see.
Well, I
don't try it like, say, God, I want this. This is like paraphrase. It's scripture, paraphrase scripture to God knows the desires of your heart. One of my desires, I love video games. I like making content. So if I put my work in, I'm giving God something to bless. And that's what happens. So that's how I believe in it's, it's been working for me for a while. So
no, I also like putting a list together because you're kind of putting it into the universe, and eventually I'm going to come across it.
I put like a whole stuff on my list. I'm like, oh man, and things are like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find that, but I don't ever think that. I'm just like, eventually I get to it, and I go back and look at my old list. Oh, I did get that. And I just knock stuff off my list. Like right here, I'm looking at like this Yokai Watch games. I just found like on 3DS, like Yokai Watch, Rhythm, Frogger Big Box, Alien Chaos, Fire Emblem Box. I found all those, and it just I can delete that off now. It's just so much good stuff I can find, man. It's so amazing, so great, I love that.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely probably going to start doing that. I think that's a good idea. Put a list together and kind of just put it into the universe.
Yeah.
So besides video games, do you watch a lot of movies? Are you a big movie person, TV person, or you don't have a lot of time for movies or TV?
I like old comedy shows, like I like old comedy, like In Living Color, like Martin. Martin, I love Martin. Oh my goodness, that show is hilarious. Sanford and Son. What else? And in movies, Coming to America, like Eddie Murphy stuff. I love Eddie Murphy.
Oh, did you see did you see the second Coming to America? I'm sure you did.
Oh man, it was good. It was good. It wasn't. I knew it was gonna be. It can't be like the first one. I mean, it can't be. But to what they put in it and what they did, I was pleased. And people like, I like this, like, because you ain't grew up with it. I mean, it wasn't for you. It was for people who was over 35, really. I really think, yeah, people who are over 35, I say 30 at least. When that movie first came, that was the first movie I saw a naked woman on. Like, I was like, yeah, like, oh, what is this? I like the rule. It's clean, Your Highness. He's like, I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, like, my dad found that VHS on, he found it in the street. He brought it home. We all sitting there and we watching like cover your eyes. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Coming to America is one of me and my fiance's most favorite movies. Actually, when I was younger, one of my first retail jobs that I had in the city, I met this kid who was into comedy, and that's how we became friends over Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy Raw, Delirious. I don't know if you watch any of his
Oh
comedy
my
specials.
goodness, yeah.
So that we started to talk because we're like,
Got the line in the tree. You just said the tree. Like, I was like Kevin Hart said, but that's funny. When he tell that story about in the tree, like, yeah.
oh yeah, those jokes are great.
Oh
But
man, they can't tell him now.
no, can't tell any. They can't tell half his special now.
I know. Oh my goodness. No, no, no. And
so
it's
so yeah, so we started talking, and that's how we became friends, was over Eddie Murphy, and sure enough, full circle, he wound up being Eddie Murphy's son in the second Coming to America movie.
what?
Fowler, he was the first guest on our podcast. He's one of my good
Oh,
friends.
really? I gotta go back and check that out, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
he was our number one first episode. He did me a solid. He
That's
came and
good.
did the episode around the time Coming to America came out. But yeah, crazy
That's good.
world.
That's awesome, man. Y'all still talk?
Yeah. He's one of those people who never forgot where he came from, and he always stays close to all his friends from here and stuff like that. Because when
He's
he
still
was here, he
active?
was a struggle. I used to go with him to comedy shows like 5 times a night, going to all these comedy shows, and I'm like, man, is this gonna like work out? Like, there's no one here. He's doing all these comedy shows in the city. Sure
That's how
enough,
YouTube is, man.
yeah, sure enough, that he got an agent, started doing commercials, started doing TV shows. He was actually, funny thing coming saying you like In Living Color. They were going to do a remake of In Living Color, and there's a pilot episode out for it, and he's one of the cast members from the pilot episode as well.
Oh wow, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
crazy
awesome.
stuff. Yeah.
I showed my wife that, and we just like watch because she didn't never see that. Like, this is what I grew up on, babe. You know, I showed her lad Martin. Like, oh my goodness, Martin. That show is like a cultural icon. Like,
Yes.
especially in our community. For our community, Martin is like, he broke so many barriers and it was like he took from what Sanford and Son, but then like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, all those comedians, and Chris Rock and all those is like, oh, I love comedy stuff. Like Kevin Hart, like Dave Chappelle. I love all those people, you know. I don't like people late. Some people now, and it's so weird, like tell I'm getting old. The way people tell jokes and now, like comedians, they do jokes, right? But some people are so quick to get offended. But it's like,
Yes.
it's not about you. It's just jokes, y'all. Nobody's attacking nobody. People want. It's like so many people nowadays. One thing is being sensitive or being understanding to people. But another thing is like, don't because somebody say something that you don't like in a joke, and you know it's a joke. You could tell it's a joke. Don't try to raise up and try to like, I'm doing this because no, you're being a bully. That's what you're really being, a bully. A lot of people are try to be bullies or try to like, they be mad for like a month or two, and then once they don't hear, they try to be more. It's so different nowadays about stuff.
No, I agree. Actually, even a lot of newer comedians, I can't get into it because the comedy is so different now from like what Chappelle was or Martin or
Chappelle's still the same. He don't care.
well, yeah. Chappelle's one of the few, but I mean, even talking about Raw, I think Eddie Murphy apologized for a couple of jokes that he did on Raw, but like, should he have even apologized? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't think
why people
he had
going
to
back.
apologize.
That's one thing I hate, man. People going back trying to find stuff. Like, you remember when you did this back then, don't you? Wait a minute, hold on. Let's see let's open your closet up. You know, a lot of people love to point fingers. Remember when you point fingers, you got 3 of them pointing back at you. When you point one finger at somebody, you got 3 of them pointing right back at you. So
I mean, there's so many YouTubers who have gotten canceled because of old videos they've had, and I think it's crazy because you also have to remember it was a different time.
Yeah.
And then you can see a lot of people, even comedians, they've grown and they're not going to say certain things that they said back then, but you can't fault them for that time period. That was
No. Now, if they were being like, now racism doesn't have nowhere to be nowhere.
yeah, of course.
You can't be like, I'm gonna be racist and be try to
Hmm.
be funny with it. No. People, you could tell when people are being funny, you can tell people being
Hmm.
fried out, bigoted, and racist.
Hmm.
That stuff right there. And that's one thing I always kind of want to touch on, especially like in the video game community. It's not a lot, but it's a few people who still act that way secretly. You can tell. And it's just like, especially me being the content creator that I am, I see it a lot. I see it. I see the
Hmm.
indirect stuff of it. But just keep prayed up and don't pay really much attention, because people gonna be people. People gonna be stupid, So I'm not gonna even worry about them. Just gotta love people from afar. Just don't mess with folks. You get, like I said, man, hurt people, and you gotta like can't mess with that. You can't have that negativity in your life. You gotta keep pushing forward, man. Video games. I never understood who people get mad about video games. I never understood that. Like, okay, you're a grown adult. Well, you're supposed to be an adult. You're mad at because you can't get a video game, or you're mad because somebody won't give you a deal. The entitlement and the babiness of some collectors, mostly males. What's wrong with you guys? Like, you're not entitled to anything. Just because somebody go out there and work hard and find something and decide to share it with the world doesn't mean that you're owed that. Work hard too, and stop being envious and jealous, and just work hard and be happy for your fellow, your gamer, collector, whatever, and stuff. And just it's just so ridiculous.
Well,
Like,
it's funny, and then it comes with I think the generations of people.
yeah,
It's
it's a
it's
generation
it's
thing. It's
it's
definitely a generation.
it's they love watching people like you, other channels go out and do this game hunting, and they're like, wow, they're finding all this stuff and they're getting feeling some type of way, but they'll never go out and go game hunting. So
Yeah,
like they're not gonna put in the work. Like that's all you got to do is go
put in
look
the
up
work.
your local yard sales. There's websites for that. You can find all your yard sales and go out. But people don't realize, yeah, you find games, but you're
Hard
showing them,
work.
yeah,
Hard work.
yeah, you're showing them the good stuff, but I'm sure they don't know how many houses you went to before that didn't have games, or places that didn't have games before you found that spot that had the good stuff.
And I should make a video on the stuff that I don't find, the dates I don't want to do it.
That's
Just
actually be a good video, yeah.
yeah, but people like to see the highlights and the boom, boom, and the
Hmm.
bam, and like this stuff. But I think I am going to do that. I am going to probably do that this week
Hmm.
and show you, like, hey, we're going out, and sometimes you just don't find stuff all the time. And I've done it a couple, not really to like a big extent,
Hmm.
but just it's not all sunshine and rainbows, man. Like, so when you find stuff, that's why you be generally excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I always, I'm so excited. I love doing it, like Kevin Hart thing, because that's
Hmm.
how I absolutely feel. I'd be so excited when I go out there and find something,
Hmm.
and like, oh, I did not believe this. Like, okay, I'll tell you, like about this right here. I didn't find this out in the wild. Got this off of eBay. The reason I found it off eBay because I got this version on the Xbox One. I always say 360 because I love the 360. I love Xbox 360. As you can tell, I got a 360
Hmm.
sign back there. This was like $9 on Xbox One. I said, I never knew this was out. So I saw the Koei Tecmo, or I think it's Koei Tecmo, hope it
Hmm.
is. And I know that company put out a limited number of games. So I looked it up on eBay, and when I looked for the English copy, I saw 6. I said, ooh, I may need to jump on this before next year it'd be $100 game.
Hmm.
So yeah, and it's a anime RPG. So yeah, that's why I jumped on it. So if you're into PS4 guys who watching this, you might want to jump on this game. I'm not telling you need to, or I'm just saying it may be a good idea. And
Yeah,
that's why, like, that's another thing going back to college. People say you trying to make stuff. No, if I find something, I like to do research. I like to look at the trends of the game, like go to price chart and go to eBay sold, see how many sold, see how many are
Mhm.
out there, and like and see who's selling them for what. If if I see that this is a prediction, this might go here. It may not, but you might want to buy it so you won't be complaining 3 or 4 years.
Mhm.
Oh, why I didn't get this game? Try to tell you. I try to tell you about the Wii U. Look what happened to Devil's Third. Look what happened to Book of Unwritten Tales too. Yeah.
Pe- People are saying the Wii U is gonna be like the last collectible system. Do you believe that is true?
No, I believe the 3DS is.
The 3DS. That
Mhm.
is true. Yeah, I
I
haven't
believe
seen those go.
3DS. The 3DS, I'm trying to go for a full set. I'm like 125 games away. One game I really want to find, I know I'd be comfortable. I find that Barbie Groom and Glam Pups. So when I got it, let's trade. But man, the 3DS, I can tell you with 100% fat, 100 games on that system are top tier games. You can, if you get to top 100 games, you'll be fine. It's so many amazing games on the 3DS. Like I'm doing like 3DS videos. I'm working on a 3DS video right now. Just 3DS is it's gonna be crazy, especially when the shop closes.
Well, also since it's like the
Woo.
last handheld,
Hmm.
technically,
Yeah,
that's also another system I wish I held on to and I didn't sell. I don't know
man.
why I sold it because now they're so expensive to get them.
The top 10 games on the 3DS, go and look at the prices of those. The top 10, freaking crazy. They're
Have you,
like I might look at it real quick, but I know it's like from 300 up to like 2,000 probably.
dang,
Yeah, yeah, I know that's exactly what I said before. Like, God dang, man. Like,
it's crazy. So, did you ever think that games were gonna be like at the price that they are now?
I
Because
did. I
because
did
like,
because I always had this like my mom taught me how to buy, sell, and trade when I was 7. I was going on a bus selling like Kit Kats, candies, and stuff like that.
mhm,
We'd go to like Sam's or like if y'all had like a Costco, but it was mostly Sam's, and we'd buy like a lot of candy. She'd buy like $300 worth of candy, and I sell it, and then come back. We had like $1,000 or something like that, just selling on and give her the money and stuff
mhm,
like that. Because you know, at the time I was a single mom. We're going through everybody. She was teaching me early. I was cooking and cleaning and doing all that kind of stuff. Just teaching like at 8 and 9. Just going on doing stuff like that on the bus, just doing stuff. Teaching teaching me how to sell candy and all that kind of stuff. Going to her Tupperware parties. That's real old. Looking at how she sell. When she
mhm.
sell Mary Kay, I was helping her with that. Learning how to do all that kind of stuff. Just always had this entrepreneur spirit and learning how to just
Mhm.
sell stuff and trade and talk to people and barter and all that kind of stuff. It was I love it. I'm teaching my son that now. You know, start early.
No, you
Start
should.
early.
It is
And you
a
don't have to
great.
you don't have to sell games. You can just sell stuff to get games, like you can go get plushies, sell those to buy video games. There's so many ways to get high-end games. People just don't want to do the work.
No, I was a big eBay toy seller,
Ooh,
so
my
that's
brother
how
doing
I
that now.
got into. I've always been buying, reselling toys, and like I just bought like a ton of baseball cards and stuff that I'm reselling now and stuff like that. But you can, if you do a little bit of research, like you said, and you put the time in, you can find the value in a lot of things.
You can. And speaking of the 3DS stuff I was talking about, okay, so the top 10, I have the top 10 except for Barbie, but Yokai Watch, the Blasters games, like an off spin, it's a really funny game too. A Yokai Watch,
Hmm.
like a complete copy will cost you around about $400.
Wow.
Yeah, a complete copy between 375 and $400, between 350 and 400, depending on the option. And then like that Barbie game is like $800 complete. And then you get the Fire Emblem Special Edition. That's like a $500 box game. I mean, all these games. I always say 600 for last sub. Hey, anyway,
That's crazy. That Barbie game, when it first came out, probably sat on the shelf and nobody thought it was gonna
it
be.
it, it, it released. It was a Canadian exclusive, and then they didn't sell it long. It's really hard to find that game.
Wow.
I mean, I see it on eBay, but I don't want to pay the prices.
No, that's crazy. Yeah,
Unless I just sell all stuff, then buy it. Might do that one day.
yeah. My
Like the bullet.
my dream game, my holy grail game, is Persona 2 for PlayStation.
That's such a good game.
Persona 2 for PlayStation, but it's like $500, four
I
hundred
had that
bucks.
game too. I had that and
Oh,
Persona 1. Yeah, I had both. When I was doing like heavy PlayStation 1 collecting, always I stopped heavy PlayStation 1 collecting because my PlayStation 1 over there is modded and I got a X station in it.
Hmm.
And so I
So-
got all those games now, but yeah, that's so and it's a beautiful cover too.
yeah, the cover for that. Yeah, I have Persona 3 sealed, Persona 4 sealed, Persona 5 sealed. I have Persona 2 sealed for the PSP.
Oh, that game is the PSP games are so expensive, bro.
Yeah, I have that sealed for PSP, but I have yet to find Persona 1 and 2 for PlayStation. And then whenever I do see them, they're just, I don't want to pay those prices.
You got the
I
fighting games, right?
I actually just got a beautiful copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for PlayStation 2.
No. The Persona fighting games.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
you got those
Yeah,
ones. Oh yeah, they're good. They're really
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, those are actually very good fighting games.
The one Ultimax or the Arena and
Oh,
Arena
well,
Ultimax, um, I think it's based off like what's the Japanese game, but it says the P1 Climax. That's like video wrestling a wrestling tournament like the G1 Climax. So I think they took that G1 Climax from New Japan Pro Wrestling and put that in it in just a storyline inside of it. I didn't go to the storyline because Persona, oh my gosh, they talk so much. They talk too much. It's like just let me get to the fight. I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't care about the game. I mean, I played Persona Golden, and I was like, oh my goodness, so stop, just stop talking, just stop talking. It's just like first 30 minutes. I mean, the first turn of game on, and
oh yeah, you don't any Persona game you're not playing for the first half hour, but oddly enough, Persona 5 is my favorite game, and my girlfriend hates it because she's a big like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, like she loves all those type of games. But she's like, "How do you play that Persona?" They're sitting talking. I was like, "That's what I love the most. I just love the story, so I
yeah,
can sit and go through all that talking, no problem."
I can't. I got no
Yeah,
patience.
some people, yeah, that's how my fiance is. No patience for that.
I
She's
got
like,
no
"I just want to
patience.
play
I
it."
got no patience for that. Oh, I was just sitting there on the video. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm done.
Yeah. It's very story driven. I the only reason I got through Persona 5 Royal was because I got the box set, came in the mail right
Mhm.
when the shutdown happened. I was like, perfect. I have 100 hours to put into this right now, yeah, it was just a little over 100 hours I put into that game. Crazy.
Persona games are iconic though. I mean, I will go back and play it, but just I gotta be, you gotta put your mind. It's like
Oh yeah, you got to be in the mood.
Persona games is like driving 8 hours somewhere. You gotta put your mind to that game. You gotta get your mind ready. It's like, all right, I'm gonna be here for a while. I already went to the bathroom, got me some drink. I'm full. I don't get no. I'm ready. Let's play. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready because it's so freaking long, and it's a good game. I want to go through this. I'm just not patient. Persona 2 was like far as I got. It was good because it was great on PlayStation 1. It was
Mhm.
outstanding. The graphics on it still hold up to this day.
Yes, they do. I mean, all the stuff that Atlas puts out. Talking about collecting, if you
Mhm.
ever, to anybody watching, just any Atlas thing that comes out, collect, just buy it and put it
You
away
know,
because it's gonna be worth
NIS
money.
America too.
Yep.
NIS, get those.
Anything Atlas, anything like your Japanese RPG, those games for some reason always just
They're
go
gonna be
up in
expensive.
value.
Yes, they do, and they always on the PlayStation.
Hmm.
I haven't really seen it. Like, it's a new game. I haven't missed. I need to get it. It's called Poison Control. I don't know if it's about Atlas, but I definitely need to get my hands on. Have you heard about that?
I have not. I'm maybe I've seen gameplay. Just the name's not ringing a bell.
It's on the Switch too now. Poison Control on the PS4 and the Switch. Who is it by?
Well,
It's by NIS. It's
Switch
still
is getting a lot of good RPGs.
dude. They are, aren't they?
They got what game did I enjoy? Astral Chain.
I haven't played it, but I heard it was good.
That was a very good game. And I'm curious to see what collector's editions they're going to come out with for Persona 3, 4, and 5 when they come out.
You
What
think
is
it's
it,
gonna
this
be
month or so? I think they're coming out.
is it coming out this month? Oh, it could be.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. But yeah,
That's
now
one thing I hate about the RPGs on the Switch, bro. And like PlayStation stuff. If you don't get it when it come out,
yeah, you ain't gonna get it.
no man, I hate that. Yeah, I know it's such a dedicated fan base about stuff. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
But yeah,
Man, good luck. I think you're gonna get that Persona 1 to 2. You got one, right? You said you need 1 and 2?
yeah. I wanted to, but I'm playing the if I've learned anything, and especially from watching all you guys on YouTube, is
Mm,
patience.
yes.
Patience, and it'll
Trade.
come across eventually at a good price. Don't rush and just buy at big prices. So,
You know what? Every now and then, man, you can treat yourself.
oh yeah, of course, every now and then, yes, but you can't just go super hard and just Oh, and then it also just ruins the whole, like we talked about earlier, about just the hunt. You
Yeah.
get it all at once, and what's the point?
I'm looking at the price now. It's like, ooh, like
Hmm.
this game. Oh, this is sealed. Okay, never mind. This is 302 sealed. I'm looking at it because it's called Eternal Punishment.
Yeah.
I,
I mean, sealed 300. That's a good price. If that's it,
well,
I've been.
it's like it's 302 with like 39 bids right now.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna. I've seen that, and that's gonna jump up to like 500 by the time it's done for sure.
And then look, it don't even pop up on here. I don't see but one copy.
Yeah, they're hard to come by. They're hard to come by.
Man, I saw one at Game Exchange a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
I was gonna buy it just so I can have it,
Hmm.
But the manual, oh my goodness, it was nasty. And
Yeah, that would.
they wanted like $350. I'm like, no.
Mm, yeah, that.
Yeah. Here's one on eBay. It said no manual, no card. Like, why would you want to buy that with no manual? That game you want a manual for.
Hmm.
Hold on. It said Persona 2 case and manual warranty, no game, $249. Ugh.
I mean, but who has a? It's like it's a game you're never just gonna find the disc.
Yeah, I know, right? Unless you go in my car or somewhere. That that's that's another good thing though. You can piece games together like that. Yeah, it's close to 500, man. Dang.
I think it's way easier to piece cartridge games together than it is disc games. Disc games are too hard to piece together.
You're right, brother. You are absolutely right.
Like right now, I'm trying to piece together a Smash 64. I have the inserts, the booklet, and the game. I'm just trying to get the box.
You'll get it. I know.
Yeah. That comes across a lot often than other things.
Do you do a lot of trading?
Now I'm getting a little bit more into trading, more than I was. Now that I have a lot more stuff to trade again, I just got back in the whole collecting because again, I'm a big toy collector, Star Wars person, all that stuff. And then it wasn't until like COVID that I really got back into the whole gaming thing and doing a lot of
Mhm.
retro game collecting. So now that
Okay.
I have now that I have stuff to trade, I do some trades.
Man, trade. Do that trade, man. Do
There's
that
like
trade. You'll be it's so much. I always want to, like I said, my thing to trading is I would trade something that I can buy back easy
mhm,
instead of trading something I can't. Like couple like I was trade like a stack of like expensive like Switch or like Xbox or PlayStation games to get one item that's like super expensive, but I know I can go get those because they're gonna be clearance and out
mhm.
sometimes. Like Black Friday, I'm waiting for Black Friday, bro. The GameStop and what Amazon. Amazon, I'm gonna be waking up. Poof.
Actually, Best Buy usually has good. They always have
No,
all the
they
$20
yes,
games. They have all the
yeah.
$20 games. You get all the play. I remember PlayStation 4. I would just bang on so many games. $20, $20, $20, $20, $20.
Walmart. Walmart be having them cheap games too. And
I gotta
they
check
last year,
Walmart.
it was crazy. Well, it wasn't crazy. Last year was okay. This year, I think it's gonna be crazy because it's fully out of COVID in a way.
Hmm.
So everybody gonna be ready to go to Walmart and get all that cheap stuff. They had the same mess every year, but we end up buying it. Well, some games because they had the little blue stickers and yellow stickers on the
Hmm.
games, and like, oh, and they'd be sitting there right in the middle. He'd be like last year, I bought so many like Switch games. I bought like 30 Switch games. They were cheap. They were like 10, 20, 10 and 20, 10 and 20. I'm like, oh.
But that's the way to do it. You never know what's going to go up in value. You have trade stuff later, stuff to just fill the collection. So
Yeah.
it's always the way to do it.
And that's 2 years ago, before COVID, they was doing the 3DS games cheap. And I'm like, hey, I don't want that. I wish I like, man, I wish I got it now.
Yeah. Living in New York is good just because I have so much stuff at my fingertips. It's like going to Nintendo World or even at Nintendo World, they sell the controllers like the N64 controller at the store. You just have to show your account to them and they have all that stuff at the store. But you have to get there early. And they have
Wow.
like the Sega controller and stuff like that. But for retro games and hunting, not good. For new stuff, yeah, I can get anything.
Mm. I've been in New York twice. And I went to the Nintendo store. It was like really nice. It's really, really nice. Just it's so clean,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like they don't have nothing that you can't get. Well, sometimes they do.
Yeah,
Like
sometimes
special
it's
stuff.
more like shirts and stuff. It honestly, the Nintendo store is good for like when COVID, when the Switch was impossible to find.
Mhm.
You could find it at the Nintendo store if you got up early on a Tuesday and went there. They always had stock. So it's
Wow.
it's stuff like that. Like if you're looking for certain stuff like they'll still have like 3 or 4 DS games in there and stuff.
Oh wow,
So
man.
like they always have, or like if there's like a Best Buy exclusive controllers for the Switch, they'll have them at the
Best
Nintendo
Buy
store.
controller.
So you remember when Luigi's Mansion came out? They did for Best Buy. They did the green controllers. I think it was only Best Buy you can get them.
Was it this? You mean this one right here?
No, for the Switch, it was the
I
Joy
didn't see that.
Cons. Yeah, they did like green Joy Cons for.
Really?
I think it was Best Buy. They were just green Joy Cons, no design on them, but they
Wow.
were that like Luigi green. But they were supposed to be Best Buy exclusive, but at Nintendo World they had them. So at Nintendo World, if they'll have all that stuff, which is the good thing about that place.
Man, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm kind of jay. I was just there today. I was just walking around
Oh,
aimlessly in there for no
look
reason.
at I just went to the Nintendo store. We can sit like, yeah, we got Goodwill, which I got a Nintendo store, man.
I remember when I was little, and it wasn't. It was the Pokemon Center.
Was it?
It was originally when Pokemon first got big. Because if you go to Nintendo World, you've been to the store. You said, right? Have you
Mhm.
noticed when you walk in, the handles are Pokeballs? The door handles when you walk in are Pokeballs. Those are the original doors because that used to be the Pokemon Center.
I didn't know that.
So before it was Nintendo World, it was Pokemon Center. Then I guess with the whole Nintendo Pokemon thing, when
Mhm.
Pokemon kind of started to die out, they made it Nintendo World.
Mm. Let me ask you, but speaking of Pokemon, how was Pokemon Go in New York?
When it first, okay, I'm guilty. When Pokemon Go first came out, and my fiance too, we were all over the city, Central Park, just did, and then like you would just see people like at certain Pokestops in Central
Yeah.
Park, like 80 people just sitting there.
That was a good time though, man.
It
That was
was
a really
definitely
good.
when it first came out. It was I thought it was such a like being like I grew up Pokemon cards in the Pokemon League. I used to
Yeah.
be Pokemon card tournaments. So when that came out, it was so nostalgic. I thought it was such a great idea.
Is Pokemon Go still a thing?
I think it is. I mean, but
Let me see.
again, but it got old for me. Like there's
It's still a
I
thing. I
yeah,
still
there's
got it.
there's people that still do it. They do special events. They do actual like meetups.
Mhm.
Nintendo, there's actual Nintendo Pokemon Go meetups. I know they did something for Pokemon Go. They just did the Pokemon World Championships in London,
Oh, wow.
and they did Pokemon Go stuff there. Yeah, it's crazy. It's still going. It just after a while, it kind of lost the for me. I was like, all right,
I
I'm good
wonder. I
now.
still got my. I still wonder. I got my still my Pokemon on here.
I think I still have mine. I don't think, but there's. I stopped playing. I mean, for like either of us to get back into it, there's so many new things that came out. It would
Mhm.
be impossible to catch up at this point.
Yeah, it was like they taking all your information and stuff. That kind of scared me back a little bit from playing it. Like, oh, I still look. I think I still got my stuff going on here. Well, like access my camera. Hold on.
Yeah, they still do all these special events. and all this stuff. There was a place that I worked at in the city that was a Pokestop, so that was fun.
You can join raids. It says, welcome back. It says, you got a Buddy Adventure, Teen Go Rocket, Rapid Remote. Please read the privacy.
Yeah, exactly. Too much
Look
going
at me. I'm still on here. It's Pokemon right behind me. Oh my goodness. Look at this.
on.
There's a Pokemon in my house. Look.
Yeah. This guy got an Abra in his house.
Yeah. This is crazy. Let's see, kind of catch him. Look, see the kid.
And...
Oh! Hey, look, he took off. That is wild, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
There's like 3 Pokemon around my house.
I wish I had that in my house. I wonder if I.
It's so crazy. It said make nice throws. They got achievements on here.
Yeah, they've done so many things from when it first started. It's crazy.
I caught one. Gotcha. But I made you turn your Pokemon. Oh, there, look at that. First catch of the day. Look at that. Hoppy. This is crazy.
Yeah. Pokemon Go was definitely a crazy thing to see in New York when it first came out.
Look at all these new Pokemon on here. We're gonna turn this to the Pokemon game, Pokemon podcast. I can see why. I say this is why the game was still good though. You just walk around and be like, you walking into stuff and people meeting up and like, hey, get out of my house. You know, it'd be at churches and stuff. And people just it was wild.
Yeah, actually, one of the funniest stories I heard, I remember when it was really popular. It was a news story where some girl caught her boyfriend cheating from Pokemon Go. Because she was looking up his location and he was at another girl's house because he was playing Pokemon Go. She knew his location.
Oh my gosh. That's he tried to catch him out, didn't he?
He did. Yes, he did. Didn't work out for him.
Yeah. He trying to catch something else. Oh, this is good. I'm glad I did re-download it. It looks good.
I'm actually excited for the new games coming out.
Oh, Scarlet?
Yeah. Scarlet and Violet, right? Violet?
Yeah. I want the Violet over the purple one.
Yeah, me too. I actually like the legendary Pokemon looks way cooler in that one.
It's like a motorcycle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a motorcycle, but he kind of is more in the purple one. He's kind of more like cyberpunk, kind of Tronish with the lights and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get it. I still haven't got Sword and Shield or Arceus. I haven't got none of those.
Sword and Shield was amazing. That was like got me back into playing Pokemon again.
I like I got Let's Go Pikachu. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Because I think them the remakes of Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon
Red and Blue,
Red and Blue. I liked it. I got the Pokeball over there still. I haven't charged it up in a while.
Yeah, I have the Pokeball too. That's pretty hard to find now. The Pokeball.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it is because like did they really sell it separately? And if they did, I think they did for not so long.
Not long show. No. Like is it? I want to check them and see. Pokeball. Let me see. Switch.
Yeah, I have my Pokeball. I haven't charged it in forever. I haven't held the case.
Switch Pokeball, Bill. Switch Pokeball. It's not that much. I don't believe. Oh, damn. Hey, that controller is expensive.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, because they didn't have they didn't really. They did make a.
Oh my god!
Separate, but they didn't sell it for long.
It's cheaper buying it
with the game, yeah.
So it's wow. People want it. Okay, that's cheap. Some people are going ridiculous, but I can get one for $50.
But I feel that's something that's going to keep going up.
Yeah,
that's going to be one of the things people are going to want to.
Pokeball Plus, because it's a cool controller.
And it really was for the Pokemon games. It was perfect.
Because it's like one thing you do like.
Yeah.
I wonder can you use it for the new Pokemon. I mean,
you probably could. You probably could use it for the new games.
Because I would put it on my keychain and take it around or put it in my pocket, like put Pikachu in there and he'll like all my team will like get bigger and get better and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm glad I still got it because I just really don't play. I just put it up. It's a cool piece. If you like Pokemon, everybody want a Pokeball to throw, a imaginary Pokeball, and that's a controller, and it works so good. You just got to try.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the coolest little Nintendo Switch accessories they made.
Yeah, it is really nice. Yeah, I can see it going up too, like years from now. Wow. Yeah, it's gonna get one like $50, $60. So they're not that, but some people on here is ridiculous playing like I see one going here for like $85. Like, oh, that's why, because it's got the Pokeball charger. That's what's hard.
Oh, the charger thing.
I should have bought. I mean, them things were clear. They was clearance of them things out of GameStop.
I have one of those chargers too because I wanted it so I could, like display it.
Oh yeah. Oh well. I ain't that big of a Pokemon fan, but those are nice.
No, yeah. I grew up. Pokemon was one of my big things as a kid.
That's awesome, man. But yeah, man, it's been cool talking, man.
Man.
This has been good. We've been sitting here a while.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Well, the last question we always like to ask, usually David asks it, but is what advice would you give anybody trying to get into the YouTube space or the collecting space? What advice would you give them?
I would say have fun. If you're doing YouTube, do something that you have fun. Do not go to YouTube trying to be making money like, oh, I'm going to be rich. That's not going to, don't chase money. Don't chase fame. Don't chase likes. Don't chase views. It will leave you depressed. It will mess with your mental health. I had did it at first and it kind of messed me up a little bit. Don't do that. Do stuff that you like. I like driving around. I like collecting games. I like making videos and movies, stuff like that. I love doing stuff like that. So if you like doing that stuff and it's not going to guarantee that you're going to take off. I mean, you got a network. It's a lot of people who do take off and they have networking and they just have, you got to learn to network too, but everybody don't. Some people just don't want to work with you. Realize some people is not going to want to work with you. Be your authentic self when it comes to collecting. Don't collect for social media. Collect for you. If you like Balan Wonderland, just play it and collect it. Whatever you like, collect it. Collect it. Don't worry about it. Stop collecting for social media. I'm telling people things that I did. I was collecting for people like on Facebook and stuff, and oh, look what I got, look what I got, look what I hear. No, it's not about that. Just start collecting one. That's why I'm so easy. Like I can sell something, go back and get it. A lot of collectors, and I understand, don't want to sell some of their stuff. Couldn't get. I'm dying with this. Well, you can't take it with you. I mean, enjoy it while you're here, but just be reasonable. And also, too, don't go into debt trying to get a video game that's going to be sitting up there forever. Because a lot of stuff we ain't gonna play. I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but don't collect social media. Don't do it, and don't go broke. Have a budget. Have a budget, and have fun.
Yep, definitely have a budget. And David, when you rewatch this, have a budget because one of our guys does not listen to that.
David gonna be borrowing money from y'all. David, you better have a budget, bro. I'm telling you, because most folks who don't have a budget, and this is really they collect. So most people who don't have a budget, and I'm saying this because I've done it. Try to impress people who don't even know you or who don't even like you. That's a whole big thing. It's like this validation generation that we're in. It's this time period that everybody wants validation. Yes, everybody wants to look at my videos. I want to look at my TikToks, look at my Instagram. But be authentic. Just collect for you. Have a budget. Have a freaking budget. And if you don't have you can't have, if you don't have a budget, then the budget will have you. So it's okay to have, like I say, it's okay to have nice stuff. Just don't let nice stuff have you. Because it's really all this stuff is freaking plastic. It's plastic. You got games like you play these different ways. It's plastic. It's plastic and bragging rights. Don't go on that stuff. It's just do what you gotta do. A lot of people want to do that.
No, exactly, guys. And it'll, take your time. It'll come. It'll come by eventually.
It'll come. If you can't get it, it ain't meant for you to have it. You do not deserve it.
Yeah, man, I've been there too, where I've definitely spent money that I shouldn't have, and I had to
We
learn the
all
hard
does.
way.
Man, we all bought stupid crap before. We all bought stupid stuff, especially men. We all buy stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like, I want to buy an arcade one up. My wife, why you want to buy one for? I was like, you got this. I said, you right.
It's always the woman who brings us back down to her.
You gotta have a lady, man. You can have somebody in your life balancing stuff out, and she
Mm-hmm.
can tell you, man.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
my feelings were hurt. I'm like, but like, maybe stick my lip back in and do it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
She would say.
Well, yeah, man, it was really awesome talking to you.
Thank you, man.
We could probably talk forever, but we
Yeah,
gotta go to sleep at some point.
yeah. People will start clicking off.
But yeah, thank you so much for being a part of our little podcast, being episode number 30 of Nerdy Over 30.
Let me know, man. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And yeah, man, and I will have all the links to Mr. Wright Way's social media, his YouTube channel, in the link below. So please go follow him if you do not. He has some great content up. Also, hey, give us a follow. Helps us out too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and may the force be with you guys. Peace out.